What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, everybody who's watching on Facebook, and especially those of you who are watching the replay. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Um, for those of you, many of you do know me, but for those of you who don't, I'm Billy Miller, the motivational minister, and I just come to share a quick word with you that I think you're going to love. This past weekend, I locally was had a vendor table at the Bounce Back Girls Conference, which was powerful. It was a conference for women, and I had my vendor table there, um, set it with my book set up and my shirts. And man, I tell you, just like every other event, I always forget to take pictures. I see so many people, but I forget to take pictures with them. But anyway, it was a good event. Bounce Back Girls Conference. They do it every year. So most definitely it's headed up by Apostle Delmarva Johnson. So most definitely connect with her. But man, as I was at the conference, right, I could hear what was going on in the service. And as I was listening, the whole bounce back theme reminds me of a study I did years ago on the subject of resilience. Resilience means to bounce back. That's one of the definitions. It has a lot of definitions. But as I was at that conference, it reminded me of that study, which uh, also, I even wrote about it a little bit. So the title of the messages you see right above here, it says resilience when your comeback is greater. When your comeback is greater. And so, like I said, this message was inspired uh, by a few things. Number one, that Bounce Back Girls Conference, which had me thinking about the bounce back. Also on resilience, and like I told you, I even wrote about it. And so the second thing that inspired is this book here, Whatever Devil, We Made It Anyway. Most definitely a power pack book. If you don't have it, most definitely want to get this book. But I'll talk more about that towards the end. But I teach on here about on the subject of resilience. Also, when I did that study, it led to a t-shirt. Y'all, many of you know I make a lot of t-shirts, and I had made a resilience t-shirt. I didn't promote it much because I have so many shirts. I got like over 300 different styles of shirts, and sometimes things just I design something and I just don't get to promote it as much as I would like. But anyway, uh, I couldn't find my shirt. I was gonna wear my shirt today, but I got so many shirts here. I just tore up the whole room. Shirts was everywhere, and I couldn't find my shirt. I really think I personally gave the shirt to my brother because my youngest brother. I gave him a bunch of shirts not long ago. But anyway, I want to show you the shirt. This message is also inspired by the shirt. So let me show you the shirt right quick. I got a picture of it. You can't see it up too close, but it says resilience. It's actually the same thing as this title, resilience when your comeback is greater. And so the shirt was inspired. This message, I'm sorry, was inspired also by that shirt. And so I just want to share a quick nugget with you. I don't want to hold you long. I'm going to try not to hold you long, but you never know what the Holy Spirit will do. But it's going to be power packed. It's going to be life changing. And this is a message that you want to hear. So most definitely, whatever you do, please share this message out so others can be blessed as well. All right, so man, let's get to it. What's this here? Okay, I don't know what was going on with my computer right there, but let's talk about this word resilience. But before I even get to the definition of it, let me show you who this message is for. It's for everybody, but there's a particular group of people, and you may be one of them. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of heartache. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of loss or failure. Are you following me? Maybe you messed up. Maybe you've had a setback. Maybe you've sinned, and you're wondering how you're going to get it right. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe your marriage didn't work out. You got divorced. Maybe you're dealing with an illness. Maybe you're dealing with some sort of trouble, some sort of affliction. Maybe it's stress. This message is going to bless you. This message is going to bless you. Listen, let me tell you something. And this is one of my quotes. And as a matter of fact, let me put it on the screen. And this quote is, God is more concerned with your comeback than your setback. If you agree to that, write amen in the comment section. I'm going to say it again. God is more concerned with your comeback than your setback. He's more interested in your get ups than your mess ups. And see, you messed up and you thinking that God's not going to forgive you. Or maybe you had a setback that you think you can't recover from. But God is not, He's not looking at your fall. He's looking at your rise. And He wants to help you rise. He wants to help you rise. Listen, this message is going to bless you. Like I said, share this message out. If you're watching the replay, listen, write in the comment section hashtag replay. If you're watching this live, just write amen if you agree with that comment that I put in the comment section. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's look at the word resilience. So what am I talking about? The word resilience. The word resilience. All right, here we go. Let me do this one little last shit. There you go. The word resilience means, it's a two-part definition, okay? It's a two-part definition. And the word resilience, just this definition is going to bless you. Just the definition is going to bless you. The word resilience means the ability to become strong, healthy, or successful again after something bad happens. And see, this is a situation where you may have been doing good or doing okay, or you was already on a level, but then something came and interrupted. There was an affliction, there was trouble, there was a problem, there was a crisis. And God has the ability to make you become strong, healthy, or successful again after something bad happens. All right, let's look at the second definition. Resilience. This is the second definition. And take a screenshot of this. Just take a screenshot of it. If you can't write it down, take a screenshot if you're watching it through your phone. The second definition is the ability, I like this one here, the ability of something to return to its original shape after it's been pulled, stretched, pressed, or bent. Oh man, does that sound familiar? Look, it's when something returns to its original state after it's been pulled, after it's been stretched, after it's been pressed, after it's been bent. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Do that sound familiar? Because some of you been pressed, some of you been pulled, some of you been stretched, some of you been bent. You're bent, but you're not broken. All right, so listen. I wrote about, like I said, in this book, I'm going to read a little bit out of here. This is the book, like I said, Whatever Devil We Made It Anyway. And I'm going to read a portion of what I wrote on the subject because I got it right in here. So I'm just going to read it out of here. And it's going to bless you. Oh, man, I like this right here. I didn't even. playing this, but I just saw it. I'm going to read this little gray part right here. I want you to confess this. We're going to confess that right there in the gray part. Because in every chapter, I have this gray part where you can confess or whatever devil. All right? So I want you right where you're at. Just confess it after me. I'm going to say it, and then you just say it after me right where you're at. Whatever devil, I stand strong. If you knock me down, I'll get up stronger. If you knock me down again, I'll get up stronger than before. Oh man, I hope you said that where you was at, and I hope you said it with power. I hope you said it with authority, because you have authority over the enemy. So let me just read a little bit, and you just sit back and receive these nuggets. All right. There's a story in the Bible about Jesus visiting a synagogue. When Jesus got there, he came across a man with a crippled and deformed hand. So this man had a crippled and a deformed hand, right? There were a group of people who wanted to catch Jesus doing wrong, so they asked him in Matthew chapter 12, verse 11. Let me put it on the screen. Matthew chapter 12, verse 11. Let me show you what they asked him. Oh, man. Where is that? It says, does the law allow us to heal on the Sabbath day? This is what they asked Jesus, because they was trying to trick him. They was trying to set him up. And so this man, he had a crippled and deformed hand. And before Jesus could heal him, they asked the question, hey, can you heal on the Sabbath? They're trying to sabotage him. They're trying to set him up. They were trying to trick Jesus. If he said yes, they could have accused him and brought charges against him. But let me show you how Jesus responded. Let's look at how Jesus responded. This is what he said in Matthew chapter 12, verse 11 through 12. This is the NIRV version. This is what Jesus said to them. He says, what if one of your sheep falls into a pit on the Sabbath day? Won't you take hold of it and lift it out? A person is worth more than sheep. So the law allows us to do good on the Sabbath. Look at this wisdom that Jesus has. They're trying to set him up. Oh, can you heal on the Sabbath day? And he said, listen, don't you have pets? Or if you had a sheep or a dog or something, and they got stuck or trapped, fell into a pit or something on the Sabbath day, wouldn't you help them out? Wouldn't you get that animal out? Wouldn't you rescue the animal? Jesus said people are more valuable than animals, even though some people probably don't think so. But he said people are more valuable than animals. The Bible doesn't show on record where anyone responded. So nobody responded to Jesus, because Jesus had wisdom. Jesus was too Jesus was too wise to fall for their tricks. Jesus called the man with the crippled hand to come forth. So after he done shut them people up trying to set him up and try to sabotage him, Jesus called the man with the crippled hand and said, come forth. And this is what happened next. Read this. Then Jesus said to the man, stretch out your hand. So Jesus gave him an instruction. Jesus said to the man, stretch out your hand. So he stretched it out. He obeyed the instruction. Follow me. Jesus said, stretch out your hand. So he stretched out his hand, and it had been made as good as new. Remember, this man had a crippled and deformed hand. Jesus gave him an instruction. He said, stretch out your hand, and the man followed the instructions. He stretched out his hand. And it says it had been made as good as new. And then it didn't just stop there. He continued. He says, it was just as good as the other hand. Oh, I want you to see this. We're still talking about resilience. I want you to see this, because a lot of you are dealing with something some sort of attack. Like I said, you've been pressed, you've been bent, you've been stretched, you've been, are you following me? The enemy attacking you all kind of ways, from the north, from the east, from the west, and the south. You're unable to think clearly because you're so stressed out. One of my favorite quotes is, which is in this book too, actually. I quoted it in this book. Prayer is the seed to instruction. I'm going to say that again. Prayer is the seed to instruction. I know you've been praying. I know you've been dealing with all of this, but you've been praying. I know you've had betrayal, but you've been praying. I know you had some setback, but you've been praying, hoping that God's going to turn things around. And guess what? God is going to give you instruction, just like he gave this man with the crippled hand. And it said that the man stretched out his hand. The man followed instructions. Will you follow instructions? Through the midst of all the turmoil, God's going to give you an instruction. Will you follow it? What was the last thing God told you to do? What has God told you to do that you haven't done? What has God told you to do that seems ridiculous, that seems unorthodox, that doesn't make sense, but you know it was him? If God leads you to the door, you got to trust that he going to be on the other side. What's your instruction? And if you haven't heard instructions yet, keep praying, because prayer is the seed to instruction. And your obedience to the instruction is where you get the results. The obedience to the instruction is where the change comes. Jesus told this man, stretch forth your hand. He stretched forth his hand, and it said, it, it was made good as new. A crippled and deformed hand, Jesus made it new. And then he says, and it was just as good as the other one. Oh man, you got to catch this. I got some more. Keep following me. God not only returned this man's hand, but he made it just as good as the other one. Isn't that amazing? Just say that the man was originally right-handed, but his left hand was crippled. That means God healed his left hand so well that the man was now left-handed. I don't know if all y'all getting that. I don't know if y'all getting that the way I'm putting that out. Listen to me. Just say the man was right-handed. Okay, follow me now. Just say he was right-handed, but his left hand was the one that was crippled. God healed his hand and made it as good as new, and made it even better than his right hand. So now the man left-handed. Oh man, I don't know if y'all get that. Or at the very least, he was ambidextrous. He could use both hands. He made his left hand, or the hand that was with it, as good as the one he used all the time. If the man left hand was crippled, now he left-handed instead of right-handed. Oh man, I hope y'all getting this. And I'm gonna read this a little bit more. I ain't got, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you long. I just got a little bit more. You just listen. Can't you see the nature of God? He always does more. He wants to do the same for you. Just listen. He doesn't just want to bring you back, he wants to bring you better. Chew on that for a minute. I'm gonna say that again. God doesn't just want to bring you back, he wants to bring you better. What do I mean by that? Your situation was at an okay level, and then a problem came and made it worse. God's not going to just put it back to the way it was. He's going to make it better than it was before the problem ever even came. Do you get that? That's the nature of God. Let me continue. He wants He doesn't just want to bring you back, but he wants to bring you better. He wants to make you better than you were before the downfall. He wants you to be healthier than you were before the illness. I'm talking to somebody. He wants your new marriage to be better than it was before the divorce. He wants you to be wealthier than you were before the bankruptcy. These are perfect examples of resilience. This is the nature of God. Oh man, like I want to show you something else. I'm gonna show you this script, the second definition I showed you before earlier. Let me show you this because I want you to catch this. Remember the second definition I gave you? It says, hold on, here it go. Let me put it back on the screen so you can see it because I want you to see this definition and I want you to see how God addressed this in Scripture. All right. So remember, we said the second one of the definitions of resilience is, excuse me, the ability is when something returns to its original state. I mean, its original shape after it has been pulled, stretched, pressed, or bent. When something returns to its original shape after it's been pulled, stretched, pressed, or bent. Let me show you this scripture right here. This is a good scripture right here, too. It's two verses. Let me show you the first verse. And it's so powerful. I just want to read it. I don't want to read it too fast because I don't want you to miss it. I want you to just chew on it. Are you following me? This 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8. This is the Living Bible. It says, we are pressed on every side by troubles. See, remember we said that was one of the definitions, to be pressed, right? He says, we are pressed on every side by troubles, but not crushed and broken. We are perplexed because we don't know why things happen as they do. But guess what? We don't give up and quit. So some of you going through some stuff and you like, why me, Lord? You can't figure it out. You don't understand. Why are you going through this? But here's the key right here. He says, we are pressed on every side by all kind of trouble. But we're not crushed and we're not broken. We might be bent, but we're not broken. We might be bruised, but we're not broken. He says we are perplexed. Perplexed means you can't see clear. You're so stressed you can't even see clear. It's foggy. Your mind is just spinning. He said we are perplexed because we don't know why things happen as they do. But either way, he ends, he says, but we don't quit. We don't give up. Listen, you can't quit now. That's one of my favorite hashtags. Matter of fact, let me put it in the comment section. You can't quit now. Put that hashtag in the comment section. I'm gonna put it in there myself too. Say you can't quit now. I don't care if you're watching a replay. Put that hashtag in there. Don't put the comment in the can't in the word can't. All right, just put it just like that. Hashtag you can't quit now. All right, let's look at the next part of that verse. Let's look at the next part of that verse. Let me read that one again real quick, and then we're going to say, it says, we are pressed on every side by troubles, but not crushed and broken. We are perplexed because we don't know why things happen as they do, but we don't give up and quit. The next verse says, we are hunted down, but God never abandons us. We get knocked down, but we get up again and keep going. This is the Living Bible, y'all. Man, I love it, man. Them two verses right there is powerful. Are you reading that? Take a screenshot of that. and read it again after this live. It says we are hunted down. It says the devil's seek us. Well, I can't remember exactly how it was. Seek us like a lion, a roaring lion, seeking who he can destroy. Trouble looking for you, but so is grace and mercy. It says we are hunted down. Oh, that sounds scary, but the next verse says, but God never abandons us. He never leaves us. I don't care what you're going through, he never leaves us. He says, we get knocked down, but we get up again and keep going. And some of you saying, but Billy, you don't understand. I've been going through this. I've been going through that. I've been struggling with this. I've been addicted to this. I've been abused. You don't understand my situation. Listen to me. I see you down. It's obvious you're down. We all see that you're down. But I got a question for you. When you go get up? Just think about that for a minute. Let me put that in the comment section too. I actually got this from a song years ago. It says, I see you're down, but when are you going to get up? That's good right there. That's good right there. I see you down, but when you go get up? We've acknowledged that you're down. We've acknowledged what you're going through. But God is just waiting on you to acknowledge him. Trust him. Lean not towards your own understanding, but trust him. And he's going to see you through. That's what it means to be resilient. That's what it means to bounce back. And God's not just going to bring you back, but he's going to bring you better. Oh, man. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Like I said, I was reading from this book, Whatever Devil, We Made It Anyway. Listen, don't tune off yet. I got 3 offers I want to offer you because some of you want to get this book. You've heard with me reading from it. You say, man, I want to get that book right there. Listen, you can get the ebook or you can get the paperback book. And it's all available at whateverdevil.com. You see that website right there? Whateverdevil.com. You are listening to a #1 Amazon best-selling author. I write books to change lives. God has anointed me to write books to change lives. I have 4 books total, but this is the book I want you to get today. This book has been, the sales have been increasing on this book again lately, because this book has just resurfaced. It's never went out. I mean, but it seems to be the thing now. But a lot of people been getting this book because it's so powerful. It's life changing. It's most definitely one of my best written books. Go to whateverdevil.com and you can get the ebook for only $5.95. If you read ebooks and download it for $5.95. Some of y'all spent more than that on lunch today. And how long is it gonna last you? To dinner time. There's a lot of you hungry right now. But this is gonna last you for life. So invest that $5.95 and download the ebook. Or you can get the paperback copy. I'll autograph it for you, ship it the next business day. This book is originally $16.95. That's the retail price. But I have an online special where I sell it for $14.95. $14.95. That's a good price for the information that you're going to get in this book. That's the first offer. The second offer I want to offer you is what I call the Whatever Devil book set. So we get both books. Now check this out. You're going to spend $14.95 for the first book, right? If you're going to do that, you might as well spend just $5 more and get both of my books for $19.99. Now that's what I call a deal. because the average book that you're going to buy, the average book that you're going to buy costs you $19.99. And I guarantee you, it's not going to be as good as this one. But you're going to get this book and this book, both of my one of my best written books, because this book is just as good as this one. You're going to get both of them for the price that you would pay for another book that's not going to be nowhere near as good as just one of these. That's a promise. That's a guarantee. So most definitely, that's the best deal on the website to me. I'm going to have this sale for I'm not sure how long it's going to last. I know most definitely probably to the end of the year, but I want to go back to the regular price. This is a sale. This is the best. I think the best as far as product sales. This is the best offer I got on the website. Both of these books for $20, and the average book costs $25 of one book, and you go spend that. And it may be good. It may be all right. It may not be good at all. But I promise you, because I know what's in here, you get two of them for $19.99. All right. So most definitely, I autograph both of them. Send it out to the next day. Like I say, go to the website, whateverdevil.com. All right. My last offer I want to do is this T-shirt, the Resilience T-shirt, basically on what I taught you today. It says on the shirt the same thing as the title of the video. Of this teaching, resilience, and the little rightness up under it, because you probably can't hardly see it, but the rightness up under it says, when your comeback is greater. This t-shirt, I put it on sale. I reduced this price tremendously because I want you to get this shirt. I'm not making a lot of money off this shirt. Trust me. I reduced the price to $14.99. I don't know if you see it right there circled in the red. $14.99. You can get this shirt in black. You can get it in navy. You can get it in the sports gray or the dark gray, or you can get it in white. And it goes all the way up to 5X. Now, the plus sizes do cost extra. The plus sizes do cost extra because I had to pay more for the plus sizes. But it starts at $14.99. You show me somewhere you go find a t-shirt for $14.99. Average shirt costs you about $25. My average shirts cost you $20. But I reduced this one all the way down to $14.99. And I'm only going to have this on sale for 7 days. And I'm only allowing it 7 days because I know a lot of people watch my replay. So I'm giving it time for people to do the replays to get this sale. So in 7 days, this shirt is going back to $19.99, which is still a good deal. But I'll give you the opportunity to get it for $14.99. Listen, just go to whateverdevil.com and type the word resilience in the search. Go to whateverdevil.com and type resilience in the search. And that's all you got to do. And but most definitely, that's I hit something here. But that's what I want you to do. Those are the 3 offers. I think it's going to bless you. I think it's going to change your life. But most definitely get the books, man. I'm telling you. Like I said, get the ebook, get the paperback. If you go get the paperback, you might as well just go ahead and get both because you're only spending $5 more to get both. All at whateverdevil.com. And also get the Resilience t-shirt. I just ordered one today myself because I couldn't find mine. I think I gave it to my brother, to be honest. I couldn't find mine. I never even wore it. But I ordered me a new one. I bought me the navy and the 2X. So you'll see me with that on the live pretty soon. And I'm probably going to make it available in hoodies. I don't have it in the hoodies and stuff yet. But I got it in the t-shirt because I want to be reminded. I want to be able to see this word resilience when your comeback is greater. Let it be a symbol, a banner of what you're trying to do. All right? Listen, if you one last thing. Sign up to my newsletter, the Word is Your Life newsletter. Now, this is the greatest offer I have because it's free. And it's the most power-packed thing I have on the website. It's called the Word is Your Life newsletter. Just go to the whateverdevil.com again and just look in the menu and select newsletter. And all you do is sign in your name and your email. And man, you're going to get my newsletters aren't long. They're short but powerful. I send videos like this, trainings like these. I send links. And even when you sign up, you get 2 free gifts from me. called You Can't Quit Now. One's an ebook and one's a audio download. An ebook and an audio download. And both of them are titled You Can't Quit Now. You get that for free just for signing up. Free just for signing up. And guess what? For some reason, if you don't like it, you say, man, the newsletter ain't for me. Then all you gotta do is simply hit unsubscribe. And no questions asked. I'm not gonna hound you. I'm not gonna email you and say what happened. Hey, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't want you to get it if it's not for you. But I do want you, but it may be for you. And you need to see what it's about. Like I said, you sign up. I'm going to give you the book. You Can't Quit Now. You're going to get the ebook now, the PDF file of You Can't Quit Now, and an audio teaching, audio download. It's not even long, about 10 minutes long. It's going to help you and motivate you to never, ever give up. And it's still yours, even if you unsubscribe. I'm not going to ask for it back. So there you go. I provided you with a lot of information, some free information. Some things cost you. It doesn't cost you a lot, but take advantage of these deals. Invest in your soul. Invest in your soul. Investing in knowledge gives you the best interest. Remember that. All right. So listen, I got this. I'm about to go, but I'm gonna play this little short 30-second video at the end of this. I never played a video. This is my time to test it. But y'all take care. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay blessed. And always remember that the word is your life.